You're putting videos out and nobody's watching them. And the advice you keep seeing is just keep going and be consistent. The algorithm will find you. I don't think that's it. I've made over 1,000 pieces of short form content now, and the thing that changed it for me wasn't doing more, it was moving the work to a completely different part of the process. You'll get told to put out loads of content, be consistent, and the algorithm rewards consistency. So we do, we turn up, we post, we do it again tomorrow. We stay in and around that 200 view jail. Because the algorithm isn't rewarding you for turning up. I believe it's rewarding you for being useful to somebody. And those are really different things. It's looking for signs that someone saw the first few seconds, stayed and carried on watching. Then it'll look for the signs that someone found it useful by liking it and saving it, commenting on it. It's not looking for the next piece. The algorithm needs tiny signals that you've helped someone. So here's the bit that I would change because it changed the course of my short form content. Most of us put all of our effort into the recording and editing. That's the bit that feels like work. Now I've flipped it. Nearly all of my effort goes into the pre-production, before the camera, or in my case, the phone even comes out. And then the shoot and the edit are almost nothing, which is the strange part, really. Doing it this way is quicker. It just doesn't feel like it should be. Let me show you how much this changed. My first 100 videos were me trying to teach you a thing. Here's something I know. I want you to have this information too. So I'm going to teach you it. The last 100 are a different bloke entirely. I'm alongside you. Look, here's the thing that really helped me, and it might help you too. And, well, think about your teachers at school. Would you watch a short video from one of them? One of mine got us copying pages out of a book. I don't want to be like that. In my world, I talk about it like falling into the teacher trap. We need to stay out of that mode at all costs. Now, I got this wrong for ages, so let me show you one. I wanted to tell people about putting your content into buckets. So I put a bucket on my head and talked about those content buckets. Nobody cared. I put my personality in, which is fine, but the thing underneath it all was just information. There was nothing in there that anyone could actually go and do. I'd also spent time scripting and buying specific buckets for this single video. So I was a man with a bucket on his head and no reason for you to watch. Right, so how do I start it all now? I start with the outcome. What will the viewer get from watching my video? So what's the problem I can solve for you? And what do you get out of the end of it? Because that's your hook. The hook is just that outcome said out loud. And here's a quick test. Ask it as a question. Do you want this thing? If the answer is no, then throw it away. Don't make it. It's not even a video. If it's yes, it just has to start with a good hook. My hooks were terrible early on. I had one that said farming versus hunting, which was about 2 ways of doing marketing, and actually a decent video underneath, but you'd see that on screen and think, well, I don't need this. It didn't promise anything. So now the text hook is a promise, something you actually get. And I try to get it down to 5 words, 3 if I can. If you can squash a whole video idea into a tiny nugget so someone knows in a heartbeat what they're getting, that's where it lands. You can ask it as a question as well, like, want to make slick videos? Well, yes, I actually do. And that's what I might get from watching this short. Even something like scripting hack is kind of good enough, as you know, you might leave with a single tip around scripting. Simple, right? Now just make sure we don't pay things off too early. I've seen a lot of people write their piece of advice as the hook. Once you've read it, you wouldn't actually have to watch the video. You've been given what you're there for in a kind of a way. So You don't watch it. The algorithm sees loads of people swiping away after 2 seconds, and that's your video dead. It's also a trap right after the hook. So say my hook is something around which method of cooking eggs is the best, and my next line is fry them. Well, you've got it. You've got that value. Off you go. You're free to swipe on. So the line after your hook is never the answer. It's why the thing matters, or what you're missing if you don't do it. You're stirring the pot a bit, and then you give them the thing. It could feel like you're tricking someone to watch the entire video, but as long as your delivery part of your video is actually valuable enough to your target viewer, it's all fine. It feels like there's a whole framework here, and yes, you'd be right. I do write my short form videos in 4 parts. To stand out, you need to hide. Hook, intrigue, delivery, and exit. And the useful bit is you only ever hold 1 or 2 sentences in your head at the same time. The hook's a shot, the intrigue's a shot, the delivery might be 2 shots, and the exit's a shot. And if you've seen my short form content, I'd never try and remember a full minute in one go, because that's kind of impossible. And you can hear it when people do. Splitting it up also means you get some visual interest, and it's easier to edit. Feels very cut back and minimal, right? So what do I leave out? Anything about me? Anything that's a brag? Anything that isn't about you and how I can help you? I'm just cutting the fat, really. And the language? I make videos about business, and I try never to make it sound too businessy. I wouldn't say words like synergy. I would say, let's get together. And let's try and keep things short too. The thing that's different about short form, a 10-minute video can explore something, go into it properly. A short one is one thought, never more, because people aren't in that mode. On YouTube, you've agreed to give me maybe 10 minutes on a subject. On a scroll, you haven't agreed to anything. One thought will always win. So this next bit is mine, and I've not heard many others say it, because everyone tells you negative hooks gets clicks. And maybe they do, but think about where your viewer actually is. I try and picture my viewer when they're watching a short. They've probably watched 9 videos with a retention baiting negative hook. If mine is the 10th, then it will stand out by being positive. The videos also go out at 6:45 in the morning, so I'm trying to be in the first 10 scrolls of the day, ideally. I'd rather be the one that makes you feel better in that day too. So every hook of mine has to be a positive one, which is where my try this thing came from. It's kind of against the teacher thing again. If someone instructs you to do a thing, you push back. We all do. So I don't instruct. I say, try this. It kind of helped me and it might help you. Give it a whirl. It forces me to actually have something you can try, which is the real reason all of it works. The other rule, whatever's in there has to be doable today. I've made videos saying, well, take 5 weeks and do X, Y, and Z. Nobody's doing that, but one thing today that takes 2 minutes and makes your day a little bit better, someone might try that. And when they try it and it works, they've had a win. They've got something from you. Enough of those and they will trust you. That's the whole thing, really. And one more. At the start, I was polished, proper speeches. Now I put more and more of me in. Like, I'm here on holiday with my family, and someone the other day found me and said, I watch your videos, and the conversation was like having a conversation with a friend. That's how turning up like this really helps. We feel like we had a connection already. And that happens because the videos feel like you could approach me And we are just having a chat. I want to be sat next to you on this, not shouting down off the mountain about how great I am and how you are not. And that's easy to do by accident. If you write, most people do this, you've called the viewers most people, you've told them that they're a bit rubbish, so I try not to use that ever. So if you're about to script your next one, change this. Give them a reason to care before you give out all your information, because it was never about the information. And the bit that takes the longest, sounding like yourself while you're doing all of this, it took me about 18 months to find my real voice on camera, and there's no shortcut. It's just reps, which is why 1,000 videos was the best thing I ever did. Keep putting them out. So move your work to the front. That's it. And if this was useful, subscribe. One of these a week. And watch this one next. It's me scripting, shooting, and editing a whole reel in 20 minutes. So you can see this actually happening in real time. In the comments, tell me what the outcome your next short is promising. Just one line. I read every comment. And I made it just before the sunset.